rational intellect can become right. And then our physical life can be, those things can be manifested. So, this is a way how. We all want happiness. You might say, I'm already happy, Dr. Z. Okay, but can't you be happier? Right? And if you're already happier, can't you be happiest? Right? So that's the whole deal, is to become the best that we can be. And it starts with our choice every day. Do we choose selfishness or do we choose selfless service? Right? Because the selfish person becomes dominant and isolates themselves from other people. Right? But the person who asks the question, how can I help? And gives service selflessly and communicates with people about their needs and interests, then you make a connection. Soul connection, an intellectual connection, and a physical connection.
Awesome. And both you brothers have books. Tell folks where they can get your books. Hakeem, I'll start with you.
Certainly. Well, and as you saw earlier, and thank you, Brother Roland, I'll give you back your copy. But yes, so Mission Unstoppable, Extraordinary Stories of Failures, Blessings. It's a co-author book that I wrote with Les Brown. He was married to Glass Knight. Many people know him from Glass Knight. Were you one of the pits too, brother?
Yes.
He done worked with everybody, so Glass Knight the pit. And Dr. Joyce E. Frazier, many people know him from the Power Networking Conference, and that's me in the middle. So, several years ago I met Dr. Frazier and Les Brown, in New York, and he was here a few times as well. So, but my website is successscholarhaki.com. Successscholarhaki.com.
Awesome. And in that book, man, I read some stories, folks who battled terminal illness. I read about folks who had to sleep outside under the bridge, and some of the adjustments they had to make just to be able to stand and give their testimony today. Dr. Z, if you would, do us a huge favor and tell us a little bit more about what we may find inside Dr. Z's Happiness Campaign book.
Thank you. So for 2 years I did research asking people in training programs, if someone shows up out of your ego, what do you see? When someone shows out of their spirit, what do you see? And I analyzed that data and ended up with a model. I call it contrasting energies and points of attraction. You all know we say what goes around comes around, right? Whatever energy you put out, that's what's going to come back to you, right? And so there's 25 different energies of diseased ego. Starts with selfishness, and then the worst of it is hatred and judgment and punishment. Lord knows we see too much of that in our world today, when all we really want is love and mercy, right? Okay, so what you have is a daily program to intentionally, deliberately, consciously put yourself in positive love energy. When you send that out, what's going to come back? Positive, exactly what you come back, but not the same amount. It's going to come back more. I mean, this show right here, all the love that's in this atmosphere right here in this show, is because we're all here because Roland pushed that love out, right? And this comes back to him. So again, you read 3 or 4 pages, you write an affirmation, right? I am service unconditional, right? Why? To get that in your subconscious mind, to combat all that other stuff that's in there, and people are fighting to put their stuff in your mind, right? And then you do an exercise, behaviors to put yourself in that energy, right? So if we want to improve our results, we do have to change our behavior positively, someone said earlier, right? But we don't like to change as human beings. We resist it and we fear it, right? So we need a process that's going to help us to do what we don't want to do, so that we can have more increase in life. And that's attitude development, right? The mindset, how you feel, skills, knowledge, and goals. And I've found in 15 years of working with people, youth and adults, if we address what you need in each of those 4 areas, will help you change your behavior, And that's really what this is about. We have classes on this. You can get this book. Some of you can get it here today if you want to, right? Right? But we also have at drzhappiness.com, drzhappiness.com, and you can also go to Amazon and get it. It's changing people's lives. And God has commissioned me to spread this all over the world. So thank you for your help, Roland, and all of you, anyone who wants to get on board the train, the happiness campaign.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And every time we start Dr. Z's show, Thank you. Every time we start Dr. Z show, we start off with James Brown, Super Bad.
Oh, yeah.
And then it takes us on in. Haki, as we wrap up, I'm going to just put a bug in your ear, and we'll talk about it as the next guests come forward. But I want to kind of finish up with you on this note and talk a little bit more about some of the networking things that you've been involved in, why, and where you're going. But as you do that, I want to put on alert. Our next two guests will be Sir Christopher Allen and Sir Heartbeat Hosea Williams. So you all get ready because you're going to hear some stuff when these two brothers come to the stage because they've been there, done that, and got the t-shirts. And then after that, we'll introduce you to my actor. I actually have a professional actor on my crew, comedian too, by the name of Frankie J. And I have also with me Mr. Renaissance Man. He's going to spend a little time with us. And in addition to that, I believe she showed up. KIM from the Keep It Moving show. Did she show up? Is she still here? And she dances too, right? Yeah, that's one that dances on. That's one that dances on the stool during the show. You all gotta see. It look like she's dancing on air, man. It is something incredible. And then Time for a Change, where my sister, cousin, and one of my best friends talks on the show about dealing with domestic abuse relationships. And then we want to wrap up everything with a quick interlude, a conversation with Mr. Greg Boyer so that you can know him a little better. And folks, we're going to keep things moving. Greg, we're going to keep it moving for right now. Even before you do the next break, I'm actually have the next guys come up, let them roll their piece, and then you guys are going to jump in from there. The key,
Yes,
as
sir.
we close up, man, network.
Certainly.
Why is it important, and what are you doing with it?
Well, absolutely, and I'll just mention several key events that I would think that some of the E-Life media would want to take advantage of. As I mentioned to you, Brother Roland, Talkers Magazine is like one of the top networking. I would encourage for the other hosts to look that up. It's a network of all the talk, radio, and television hosts. They have a conference up in New York coming up, but also NNPA, National Newspapers Publishers Association. They will actually be at the Gaylord towards June. And of course the Power Networking Conference, Dr. Joyce E. Frazier, that will be at the Gaylord in July as well. So those are some things that are kind of coming up, and we need to know where we need to be, Roland, and 90% of success is showing up. Mm-hmm. Your availability determines your ability. All right.
Awesome, I love it. Hey folks, you would give a hand for me, and also Dr. Z.
I just want to thank you.
And I met Dr. Z at the Power Networking
Yeah, I
Conference.
remember that. Matter of fact, and then that Tuesday I went to see Dr. Baruch, and that's where Red
yeah,
said, "You want your own radio show?"
Okay, right.
And that was my year of yes. So we still saying yes. But this book is called 25 Days to Living Your Happiness. Right? You do this book once a day. You're going to have a new habit. You're going to have a new life. Thank you so much, big brother.
Okay. Appreciate you much. Thanks again, gentlemen, for joining us. Greg, you want to hit it for a minute? Go ahead. And then as soon as they get up here, we'll roll. Okay. You want to make sure we get out of here before they shut the lights off on us. Chris Allen, Heartbeat, come see me. Oh my goodness. Woo! Woo! Enough said. Look here, I knew I was on to something. Bernard sat next to me, he said, man, that boy bad.
Yeah.
Last time he said that, it was a running back named Samuel Barbosa. He said, man, that boy bad.
Oh, he was
I
bad.
said, right? Said it was bad, right? I said, Bernard, how bad is he? He said, that boy bad. They said, no, they gave him a pitch, Chris, and he came around my corner. And let me tell you how bad he was. 78 yards later, the referee was raising his hand. I was still in my stance. I said, man, that boy bad. Bernard said that boy bad. Greg? Oh my goodness gracious, man. Give him a hand one more time, folks. All right, the gracious people here in the Black Box Theater said, there's no way, Roland, you can pack all that funk in 2 hours, so we're gonna let you go a little overtime. I said, I know, right? And you can reward them on the way out, and I will do it too. They have a donation box on the way out because this is a not-for-profit endeavor for real. And in addition to that, they have some spirits and some other good things for us. But please come back. Go on their website at IndianHeadBlackBox.org and check out some of the venues and different things they have going on. This actually was a surprise guest for me, man. This brother standing to my left. Earlier I said Bernard was the first man I ever saw dunk in the 8th grade. Well, this joker here was the first cat who dunked on me in the 6th grade. I know. Well, it was kind of strange, Bernard, because not only did he do me dirty in the 6th grade, but then I looked up one day and he was at my high school and we were playing on the same team. But here's the thing, it wasn't basketball. We first played together. You were a tight end on our JV team, a monstrous JV team. And I looked up and I saw this cat. I'm like, you actually play football? He said, well, the head basketball coach was at the time the JV football coach.
That's right.
And he convinced you to join us play football. I don't know how either, but I tell you what, if we had kept all those cats together, man, we would have won like 7 championships, RB. Bad cats. But ladies and gentlemen, this good friend of mine, he goes by the name of Pastor J.D. Galladay. The reason I wanted to introduce him to you real quick, just as a surprise from my